Phishing. You've probably heard the word, right? It's one of the sneakiest and most common threats we all face online. It's designed to trick you when you're just not expecting it. So today, we're going to figure out how to spot that digital bait before you get hooked.
You know that feeling, right? You get a message, an email, or a text, and it looks pretty real, but something in your gut just tells you, this feels a little off. That little flicker of doubt, that's your best first line of defense.
Maybe it was something that looked just like this, a sudden, urgent warning that's supposed to be from your bank. It creates this jolt of panic. Your heart kind of races, and your first instinct is just to fix the problem, and fix it now. And that feeling? That's exactly what the scammers are counting on. Or hey, maybe it was the complete opposite. Not a message filled with fear, but one filled with excitement. Congratulations, you've won something amazing. It plays on our hopes, our curiosity. But here's the thing. Whether it's fear or excitement, they're just two sides of the very same counterfeit coin.
So that brings us to what phishing actually is. At its core, phishing is simply a fake message that's been expertly designed to do one thing: make you act without thinking. And the goal is always the same: to steal your personal information, your money, or just get access to your accounts. You can think of it like a digital fisherman casting out some bait, but instead of catching fish, they're trying to catch you.
So, how do they actually pull this off? Let's take a look at the specific ways these scammers set their digital hooks, making their traps seem almost irresistible.
See, phishing works because the attackers don't pretend to be strangers. No, they pretend to be someone you already know and trust. They use the trust you already have in your bank, your job, a delivery company, or even a friend who's in trouble, just to get you to lower your guard.
Here's a perfect real-world example of how this plays out. A guy gets a text message saying his bank card's been blocked. He clicks the link, enters his details on a website that looks exactly like his bank's, and within minutes, his account is completely empty. Of course, the bank never actually sent that message. Here's another one we see all the time, especially with how much we all shop online. You get an email about a delivery problem, and it's asking for a really small fee, like $1, to release your package. It seems plausible, right? But that link doesn't go to the real delivery company. It goes straight to a scam site built to steal your payment details.
And this last one is just particularly cruel because it uses your personal relationships against you. A message comes through on WhatsApp, and it looks like it's from a friend. They claim they're in trouble and need you to send them money right away. But it's not your friend. It's a scammer who has taken over their account. So what's the really crucial thing to understand here? What happens the moment you click that dangerous link? Well, it's usually one of three things. 1, you land on a perfectly cloned fake website that just harvests your login information. 2, nasty software or malware secretly installs itself on your device. Or 3, you're just tricked into sending your money directly to the scammer.
You see, this isn't just a technical problem. At its heart, it's a psychological one. The reason these scams are so incredibly effective is because they're designed to exploit the predictable ways our brains are wired.
Hackers are absolute masters at pushing our emotional buttons. They use fear to make you feel like your money's at risk. They create urgency so you act before you can even think. They use the trust you already have in big institutions like your bank. And of course, they exploit plain old human curiosity. It's a powerful combination designed to completely bypass your rational mind.
And that leads to this critical takeaway. Scammers often don't need to be brilliant hackers breaking into complex digital systems. They just need one thing from you: a single, thoughtless click. You are the key they're trying so hard to turn. But here's the good news. Once you understand the game they're playing, you can absolutely protect yourself. So let's walk through the simple, practical steps you can take to stay safe out there.
All right, this is your 5-step safety checklist. 1, always check the sender's email address or phone number. Look really closely for typos or anything that seems weird. 2, instead of clicking a link in a message, just go directly to the official website or app yourself. 3, if a message is using pressure or fear to make you act fast, stop. Just pause. That's a huge red flag. 4, never, ever share your one-time passwords. And 5, enable 2-factor authentication on all of your important accounts. It is your single best defense.
So, as we wrap all this up, I want to leave you with one final crucial idea that kind of reframes this entire issue. Remember this: phishing isn't really about hacking computers. It's about hacking people. It's a game of psychology, of manipulation, and what we call social engineering. And just being aware of that fact, well, that's more than half the battle right there.
You know, a single careless click can expose your money, your data, and your identity. But now you know the playbook. So the question isn't just about the threat anymore. It's about our response. Will you pause and question that next urgent message you get? Stay alert, stay informed, and whatever you do, don't take the bait.